Once upon a time, in a lush green forest nestled between rolling hills and a sparkling lake, lived a wise old snake. This snake was no ordinary serpent. He was revered by all the animals in the forest for his wisdom and was often sought out by them for advice. The snake's name was Saki. Now, Seki was a kind and gentle soul, but he had a peculiar habit that many found rather off-putting. You see, Seki loved to bask in the sun, but not just any sun. He would only sunbathe in the early morning sunlight. As soon as the sun climbed higher in the sky and its rays became too intense, he would retreat to the shade. This made him an early riser, but it also made him lazy because after sunbathing, he spent the rest of the day sleeping. One day a young and energetic rabbit named Benny hopped up to Seki and asked him, "Oh, great Seki, why do you spend so much time sleeping? You are the laziest snake I know. If you spent more time doing something productive, you wouldn't have the time to be lazy." Seki opened one eye, looked at Benny, and said, "My young friend, there is more to life than just being busy. Sometimes it is important to slow down and appreciate the little things. But you are not appreciating anything by sleeping all day." Benny retorted, "You are just avoiding your responsibilities." Seki sighed. He knew that this conversation would not end well. He had tried to explain his philosophy to the younger animals before, but they never listened. They were always too busy being busy. Seki decided to let Benny go and let him learn from his mistakes. After all, that is how one gains experience and wisdom. As the days passed, the animals in the forest started to grow restless. They were tired of working hard and they wanted some fun. One day they decided to hold a talent show and invited Seki to be the judge. Each animal performed their best, from the deer who could jump the highest to the owl who could hoot the loudest. But Saki was not impressed. He had seen these performances before, and he was hoping to see something new and exciting. Just when he was about to doze off, a small and timid voice spoke up. Excuse me." A tiny field mouse wearing a monocle and a top hat stepped onto the stage. "I may not be the fastest or the strongest, but I have a unique talent that I would like to share with you." The mouse cleared his throat and started to sing. And what a voice he had! It was high and clear, and filled with emotion. The entire forest was captivated by his performance. When the mouse finished singing, the other animals burst into applause. Even Seki was on his feet cheering. The mouse took a bow and then scurried off the stage. Seki called for him to come back. "I have never heard such a beautiful voice," he said. "You are truly talented, my dear mouse." Then he turned to the other animals. "This is what I call a true talent, the ability to touch the hearts of others with your voice or your art. That is the true meaning of being an artist." The other animals hung their heads in shame. They had been so caught up in showing off their physical abilities that they had forgotten about the importance of expressing themselves creatively. From that day on, they all made an effort to find their unique talents and to use them to bring joy to others. And Seki continued to live his simple life, basking in the early morning sun and sleeping peacefully in the shade, knowing that he had made a difference in the lives of the animals in the forest. The young and energetic Benny eventually grew old and weak. He sought out Seki one last time and said, "I am sorry for not listening to you when I was young. I now understand that life is not just about being busy. It is about finding joy in every moment." He closed his eyes and passed away peacefully. And so the story of Seki, the snake who taught the animals the value of slowing down and appreciating the little things in life, was passed down from generation to generation.